Hello, welcome to my July 23rd rant. I do these on Monday mornings and actually have gotten some really good responses. But today I want to rant on my rants. You know, I think it's a really good thing to start debates. I don't like them when there's kind of no answer to them, so I'm gonna take a shot at myself today in that I really like it when somebody wants to maybe go against the grain, but I always like it when it concludes with an answer. You know, the golf swing is, it's unbelievable. There is more stuff written about, photographs shown on golf than any other subject in the world. People are not getting better. The average score, Byron Nelson, had a scoring average of 68, how many, 30, 40 years ago? The equipment's better, everything else is better, but we're not getting better. I really do know why. I really, really do know why. And I want to see if I can throw this out there at you and see if it makes sense. You got to stop looking for golf tips. You got to stop it. I'm going to tell you, you have to go with the best knowledge you have at any given time. I don't know how you can change until somebody comes along and gives you a better piece of information. So that's kind of what I want to do today. I want to tell you why you got to stop looking for tips. Nowhere near often enough does somebody come on that wants to train you at golf, that wants to run you through a system. It seems to be in the golf world for golf instructors that there's money to be made giving tips. Personally, I really dislike that because it doesn't get people better. The reason being is, let's see if I can give you an example as I go. If I have been told to swing inside out, if somebody gives me a tip on how the hand should work today, but I'm still swinging inside out, that tip's not going to work. So a person chalks that up to that tip didn't work. If I was told that I've got to strike down to compress the ball, but the day before I was told I got to sweep the golf ball, something's really wrong with that. If to compress a golf ball, my head and my body has to be on top of the golf ball, but on a different YouTube clip you go to and it says that you got to stay behind the golf ball, there's so much conflicting information out there that, it'd almost be like, getting a Wankel engine sort of deal, if anybody remembers those out there, and try to put it in an Oldsmobile. There's nothing wrong with the engine. It just doesn't fit in that car. Trying to get a tip in golf, chipping, you've got to turn your body line to the left. First off, I don't know why, but they say turn it to the left. You've got to open your club face. I don't understand that either. I think you would square your club face. You wouldn't open it. You might loft it, but you wouldn't open it. And yet, if they don't say that you've got to have a straight line delivery path and then to the left through the golf ball, and you're still trying to swing inside out, that's got the hosel written all over it. So we got two problems here, and I don't know where they start. I don't know how to fix them. I'd love to get it to the point where golf instructors, they've got to stop giving little tips because they don't work very often. And every once in a while they do. That's not a reason to say, well, we should keep doing tips. Not in my world anyways. So golf instructors have to stop wanting to do it, and you have to stop wanting golf instructors to do it. You got to get to the point where you recognize golf isn't easy. If it was easy, everybody could do it by now. It's not. If you get it organized, it becomes extremely possible. If it's left unorganized, meaning a random tip here and a random tip there, it's going to remain to be this confusing form of exertion that we all seem to love so much. So kind of in summing up the rant against my rant is, to come to a conclusion, you've got to do this. You got to find an instructor on the web somehow, if that's which way you're going to go at it. Well, let's start with that. If you're going to find an instructor on the web, you have to find somebody that's got a system. You've got to find somebody that's got information to back up what they're saying, which is doable. I mean, it's doable out there more now than it ever has. Or you've got to get private lessons, but when you do that, you got to sign up for a series, X amount of series, and you have to ask the instructor, what are you going to cover on lesson 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, whatever you're going to do. Do not let them get away with, well, we're going to work on your posture on lesson 1. Way too vague an answer. There's much more to it. First off, the whole game is about compressing a golf ball. If every lesson you go to doesn't have something to do with compressing the golf ball, it's not a good lesson. Every lesson should have something to do with it. Anyway, so that's kind of my heads up. You know, the great thing about this is I'm going to do a rant again next Monday. So we don't have to accomplish everything today. We can slow down and get things right. So for this rant, it is about let's get to the answers. Stop looking for quick fixes because they don't exist. Start looking for something that is organized and moves you forwards towards your goals and is going to get you to where you want to go. Thanks.